Hi, I want to show you something what I built for myself. It's called Pixel Test. It's a test management system built inside the Obsidian. No subscription, no seat limit, no... Sorry, this feature only for pro plan. Here's what it can do. You get 8 live dashboards for projects, for environment, test cases, test suites, and other stuff of your documentation. Every chart, every table, every metric update automatically when you change a node. No manual refresh, no export, no copy paste. You get smart templates, create test cases, and Pixel Test ask you 3 questions. Assign unique ID, drop you to the full structured node, and open it in the read mode. That's done. You get one-click execution, passed, fail, blocked, skip. The result and the date update in the front matter instantly. And the whole thing run offline. Inside Obsidian, which probably you already use. In this video I'm going to show you 2 things. First, how to set up a project from the scratch and create every artifact step by step. Then, how it is look like when you have a full of real data. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start. First of all, we need to open our project. For this, we need to press to this button Open and choose this folder. For me, it's Pixel Test version 1.02. Open, and right now it's very important thing. We can view this pop-up and we need to press to this button, Trust after and enable plugins. Only after that you can completely use this system. Let's start from the interface. In the left side we can view different folders. Right now everything is empty, but don't worry, in the future we will fill all this folder. In the middle of the screen we can view navigation tab. It's the most important thing in the Pixel Test because this thing allows you to quickly switch between different nodes to the base home node. And the last one, in the right side we can view action buttons, which allow for us to quickly create any kind of QR documentation. It could be test suite, test case, test run, and new defect and new run. We can just click to the button, and after that we can view pop-up for creation of this new artifact. I'll start with the project. For this, let's switch to the project tab, and I click new project. One pop-up, I type the name, for example Google, and submit. That's it. Pixel Test assigns the ID automatically, PRG0001, and opens the node in reading mode. Now I can fill team A, for example, QR lead, it could be me, and for example I can set up target date for tomorrow. On inline, no need to touch the front matter, and at the bottom live stats, 0 everything for now, but that's about to change. Environment. I'll create environment. For this, let's switch to the environment page and press to the button new environment. One pop-up, type the name, for example QR, and submit, and that's it. Environment 001, auto assign it. I fill the type, for example pre-production, URL, it could be google.com, and let's add final component to the environment. Let's move back to the environment dashboard, and right now we can view updated chart. This environment will be linked to test run later. So the environment dashboard always show which run happened where. Now test suite. Let's move to the test suite page. This is how we group test case by the feature, modules, or area. I click new test suite, and for example it could call like check base login, submit. After that I select the project from the drop down what we created before. Right now we can view Google. No typing, no memorizing IDs. Suite is created, the suite 0001. I see it's already linked to the project. The suite dashboard will track automation coverage and pass rate for this suite automatically. Let me create one more. For example, smoke suite with the same flow. We created the same suite and let's move back to the test suite dashboard. And right now we have new two items for the table with the check base login and smoke test. Let's move to this login page, and right now we can move back to the test suite. That's why we have navigation bar, because this thing allows for us to quickly switch from the different nodes to the core node. Let's switch to the test cases. This is where the real work happens. Let me create test case. For this, let's click bottom new test case. We have three pop-ups. First one, it's title. For example, check login with valid data. Submit. And select project from the list, and right now we can view a list of the test suite what we created before. For this test case we need to choose check base login suite. Pixel test assign TC 0001, renames the file to the clean title and open it in the reading mode. Okay, now I fill in priority, automation type and test type, all drop downs. We can view manual, automated, semi-automation. I can switch priority to the critical, for example, and just click to the plus for adding some precondition. Same for action and expected result. And I get the live step preview table that renders them side by side automatically. And one important thing, all data what I changed for this node automatically sync for this metadata section. In the right side we can view a lot of data, and there is base data what we need for sync this Notion with the old system and appear this data with beautiful graphs and charts. For example, if I switch to the test case dashboard, I can view new updated data. At the bottom, the execution section, passed, fail, blocked, skip. When I click pass, result update, execution date stamp automatically, that's it. Let me create a few more, I'll go faster here. And right now we can view a lot of changes about the dashboard. We can view two new additional test cases and with a lot of status by project, by test type, by priority, by automation. It's all important information what could be useful for you in the future. Now let's create test run. Here 0001 assigned, also status planned, but I can mark it in progress when I start to the in progress, and also we can view our test suite. Look at the result summary, it's already pulling in the test cases from the suite I linked. Leave live pass rate, live execution log, And the quick run mode, it shows the first unexpected test case and give me a direct link to open it. For example, right now it's test case 0002, and because previously I changed the status to the paste, and so I just worked through the list one by one without going back to any dashboard. Let's press to the open next test case, move to the execution, set name of test run and press, for example, fail, and come back to the test run. Right now we can view our updated charts, and let's move to our first run. And right now we can view updated all data about this run, all test cases executed. Found bug, new defect, 3 pop-ups. And right now let's move back to the defect tracker, and we can view all information about our defect. That's defect by type, severity of our defect, and how many defects we have in the current status. Also, we can view the same information in the reports, in the dashboards, thread, in the project. Of course, we have this open defect, and in the environment. And finally, in the with the huge data, we have a lot of dashboard. For example, for dashboard, we have beautiful chart with pass rate by priority, by threads, by test case automation coverage, automated, manual, semi-automation, also different tables with a lot of data. Let's switch to the project. In the project we also have pass rate by the project, we have a donut chart with the overall test case execution status, not run, a lot of cases pasted. Also we can view environment charts with different environment per test run per environment, in which environment we run these test runs. Also we can view environment status, all active, all status for us is active. Also we have here view a lot of data about the test suite with the case per suite, pass rate per status. Also we have a table with all status about our suites, how many test cases we have for each suite, by each category, and by each status of these test cases. In the test cases dashboard, we have information about the by automation. We have 16 automation tests. Also, we have, for example, 3 semi-automation tests. We can view chart by priority, by test type, and we also have chart by how many test cases we have for each project. For example, for Orange HRM we have 17 test cases, for payment gateway we have 4 test cases. Let's move to the test run. For test run we have pass rate trends for each for all test run from the first one to the last one, and we can view tendency about a lot of fails for test cases from the 1 sprint to the 6 sprint. Also we have results per test run with the different statuses of for each test cases what we run for this dashboard. And let's move to the defect tracker. We have defect by severity, how many critical bugs we have, how many medium, high and low bug reports, which status of those bug reports. A lot of test cases are open. Also we have total number of those test cases, and we have defect creation over time. For example, in January we have 1 created bug report, but in the during the February we have 3 new defects. for example. And report finally we have quality health, it's mean fair. This means if we have a lot of defects and not finished runs with a lot of failures, that percent will go to the left side and health status will be changed to the worst. But if everything will be okay, the status will change to the better thing and it becomes green. And also we have pass rate by the project with the numbers, and also additional charge which explain for us additional information about the project. And I also want to remind that's all customizable. You can add your unique chart, you can add any matrix, any table, what you need, what you want, and it's your responsibility and it's all up to you.
That's Pixel Test. Complete QA system. Test cases, suits, run, defects, dashboards, all inside Obsidian, all yours. No monthly fee, no account, no vendor decides what you can and can't do. Okay, if you want to grab it, the link in the description. It comes with the all demo data, what you just saw, with the guide and with the QA standard documentation now. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. I read everything. And if it's something you actually use, hit the like. It's really helps. So, see you in the next one.